So first, I want to invite our faculty to sit down. Good afternoon, and welcome to the commencement for the Department of Statistics at the University of California, Berkeley. So I'm Haiyan Huang. I'm the chair of the department. Before I invite our graduates to be seated, I would like to continue a long-standing tradition here in the department and ask our graduates to express their gratitude to those in the audience who are here today. This celebration acknowledges not only the achievements of our students, but also the support of the friends and family who have helped them reach this milestone. So let's begin with a round of applause for all the loved ones here in Berkeley and around the world, thanking them for their love and encouragement throughout this journey. Of course, graduates, today is your day to be celebrated, and I offer my heartfelt congratulations to each and every one of you. Thank you, and please take your seats. Before we start our ceremony, I'd like to remind everyone that we respect both the differences and the commonalities that bring us together here at UC Berkeley, and call for civility and respect in our interactions. Additionally, any thoughts or opinions shared today by any faculty, student, or guest speakers are their own and do not represent the views of the department or the university. Today is a day to celebrate and reflect upon the incredible accomplishment of the class of 2025. While we are always proud of our graduates, the class of 2025 deserves special recognition for overcoming challenges inside and outside the classroom. Today's world is full of complex issues that we must face with collective strength. While we are more connected than ever, large gulfs exist between us as a global community. As graduates of the class of 2025, you are stepping into this world as the next generation of thinkers, leaders, and problem solvers, poised to help shape its future. As graduates of the statistics department, you are uniquely positioned to lead at the intersection of data and society. Your training in statistics and data science equips you to contribute meaningfully across a wide range of domains: technology, healthcare, finance, the sciences, public policy, criminal justice, sports, and more. Use your knowledge to draw insights from data, to advocate the ethical and responsible practices, and to help build a more just and informed world. The challenges ahead are great, but so is your potential to make a difference. We are proud of you, the class of 2025, and we are counting on you to lead with integrity, insight, and impact. I'm now pleased to report that statistics remains a healthy and vibrant academic department within the College of Computing, Data Science, and Society at UC Berkeley. And we are poised to grow even more. Our undergraduate declared majors have skyrocketed in the last 5 years, up from 289 students in 2020 to nearly 450 students today, an increase of 54%. Our master's program continues to prepare students to address real-world statistical and data science challenges encountered in various industries at a very high level. I'm very excited to report that our incoming PhD cohort is a large group with diverse interests. 15 students will enter the PhD program in fall 2025. Our faculty continues to grow and represent the diverse marketplace of ideas at UC Berkeley. In the fall, Berkeley Statistics will be pleased to welcome 3 outstanding new faculty members. Professor Jason Lee will join us in a joint appointment with EECS. bringing deep expertise in theoretical machine learning. Professors Liberty Hamilton and Alex Huth will each hold joint appointments with neuroscience, so where their work sits at the nexus of machine learning, artificial intelligence, and neuroscience. Their arrival will further strengthen our department's leadership in machine learning, AI, and interdisciplinary data science. We will keep recruiting exceptional scholars to uphold our leadership in probability and statistics and to meet vital needs across both the foundations and applications of data science, driving advances in both research and education. Berkeley Statistics remains at the forefront of AI, machine learning, causal inference, and other core areas, regularly publishing work that shapes tomorrow's world. We are also broadening our industry partnerships to bring our faculties and students breakthroughs to a wider audience. As we enter our 70th years as a department here at UC Berkeley, statistics is as strong and relevant as ever. Once again, congratulations to the class of 2025. It's now my distinct pleasure to introduce today's speaker to address the class of 2025, Professor Guido Imbens. Professor Guido Imbens is a groundbreaking Nobel Prize-winning economist whose research in statistics and econometrics has earned him international recognition and helped shape the direction of economics in the 21st century. After earning degrees from the University of Hull and Brown, Guido has had faculty positions at Tilburg University, Harvard, UCLA, and of course here at UC Berkeley. He currently serves as a professor of applied econometrics and economics at the Stanford Graduate School of Business. He's also a senior fellow at the Stanford Institute for Economic Policy Research and a professor of economics at the Institute's School of Humanities and Sciences. Guido's research is unique for its foundational contributions to causal inference using observational data, primarily through formalizing how we understand and estimate treatment effects with instrumental variables and other quasi-experimental designs. He helped to shape modern empirical economics and policy evaluation. I'm so glad he could join us today. Ladies and gentlemen, and the class of 2025, I'm honored to introduce Professor Guido Imbens. Please.
Thanks for the very kind introduction. And first of all, congratulations, class of 2025. I'm saying this very sincerely because today you have already achieved something that I never did, graduate from college. I left college, the college I attended in the Netherlands, and moved to the UK and then to the US, ultimately getting a PhD, but never actually managed to get an undergraduate degree. So again, congratulations. Parents and other family members, also congratulations. I share your joy and pride today. I have two kids in college at the moment, and I know how much you guys contribute to the success of the graduates today. Now, I was thinking about what to say here today at this commencement, and thought back about some of the commencements I've attended and the addresses I've heard there. One of them was a couple of years ago at Brown University. One of the honorary graduates there was Shaggy. If you're my age, you may never have actually heard of Shaggy, but he's a famous reggae artist. In fact, my kids had not heard of Shaggy either, because they're too young and they weren't really listening to the music he was making at the time he was most famous. But he had a huge hit around the year 2000, so the generation in between tends to know him well. And so when I was at the Brown Commencement, Shaggy gave one of the addresses. Addresses may not be quite the right word. Shaggy performed his biggest hit. And that was a really big hit. This is a curious song with the title, "It Wasn't Me." In that song, his friend comes to Shaggy for advice after the friend has been caught cheating on his girlfriend. And so Shaggy advises him to just deny all the accusations and respond with the title of the song, "It Wasn't Me." The friend then lists all the evidence that the girlfriend has, which is fairly graphic. So it includes texts, telephone calls, recordings, signed checks, pictures, all the stuff you see these days. So Shaggy goes on to recommend that his friend denies all the accusations in the face of all this incontrovertible evidence. Just say it wasn't me and make up alternative facts. If she says it's day, you say it's night. So I was a little confused by him doing that song. So afterwards at the reception, I go up to Shaggy and say, well, you know, that was really great. That was a very impressive show. But it seemed a really odd message to send the Brown graduates into the world with, just telling them to deny all the facts, despite all the evidence, especially kind of what's all going on in the world these days, and just having them telling them to kind of just lie and deny it all. So I asked him, kind of, who told you that was a good idea to do that song? And Shaggy looked at me and smiled and said, "Wasn't me." So that was a very enjoyable commencement, but didn't really help me much in terms of something to say here. So let me say a few words about what set statistics apart and what I hope you've learned here. And in particular, I want to talk about the importance of asking questions and about the difficulty of asking good questions and why statistics training is particularly good for that. And let me start by recalling something from my freshman year in college. Even though I didn't actually finish, I did start. I spent 3 years in college. In the first year, I took a class in macroeconomics. And so in that class, we studied abstract economies, where individuals made decisions about how many hours to work, how many goods to buy. The government would decide how much to invest and whether to raise the funds for that by printing money or imposing taxes. And I have some slides here with the details, but I was told I was not allowed to actually use slides today. So anyway, the individuals in this model could do something else with their money beyond buying goods. They could also buy bonds. And it was all fine until at the end of the semester, I realized I did not actually know what bonds were. I knew what money was, I knew what goods were, but I actually had no idea what a bond actually was. And that wasn't even the worst of it. Asking around, it turned out that none of my classmates knew what bonds were either. We sort of, in the entire semester, nobody had told us, nobody had bothered to ask. And we were kind of just doing the assignments and studying the material without actually having any idea what it really was all about. And I did realize then that it was important to ask questions. And I see that reluctance to ask questions around me all the time. I spent some of my time working with some of the tech companies, and one in particular is very fond of using acronyms kind of for a lot of the concepts in their internal communications. I could give you some examples, but then I wouldn't be working with them anymore, so I'm not going to do that. But as a partial outsider, I regularly have to ask the people there what these things actually mean. And too often, the people that I ask don't know either, and they're just too embarrassed to ask or to admit that. Now, fast forward a couple more years. When I was in Stockholm a couple of years ago, I visited the Nobel Museum there. And in there is a little gift shop where one of the most popular item is the chocolate Nobel medals. But one of the other things they sell is a bunch of kitchen magnets with quotes from the Nobel laureates. There was the somewhat unhelpful "Stay Young Forever" from Bob Dylan, and the very intriguing "Be less curious about people and more curious about ideas" from Marie Curie. And one of my favorites, "We should always explore the things that we are a little afraid of" from physics laureate Andrea Ghez. Don't have quotes from every single laureate, and so I was very pleased to see a quote of mine. The real challenge is coming up with good questions. Now, when Josh Angrist, my good friend with whom I shared the Nobel Prize, saw that magnet, he was very annoyed. He did not merit a kitchen magnet quote himself. And so you see, after these long and distinguished careers with multiple books, many, many papers, it comes down to whether you've come up with a pithy quote that fits on a kitchen magnet. So to rub it in, I brought Josh one of the kitchen magnets for his own fridge for him to look at every morning. But I want to get back to the quote itself. And I want to reflect on the fact that this is actually quite different from other fields. In many disciplines, people agree on what the important questions and what the open problems are. There's often races to find these questions and to develop the methods to do so, especially because there's such agreement on the goals. Finding the Higgs boson particle, showing that particles can interact at a distance, or finding the way to use CRISPR gene editing technology on human cells, or finding the gene that carries touch or smell. But in statistics and in economics as well, there's no such list of outstanding questions. How do we solve this particular estimation problem? Or how do we do better here? Instead, there are ongoing research programs with the goals of understanding problems and finding modest improvements rather than solving problems entirely. Often the big advances come from new questions being asked. And so, partly as a result of my newfound respect for questions, I asked the students in my graduate class to submit questions each class, and in fact also ranked their classmates' questions. And that has helped me kind of in getting to understand what the students understand best and what they're most curious about. And I think the importance of asking good questions is something that sets disciplines like statistics apart. And I hope you have seen and learned that during your time here. And I hope that you will take that with you on the next part of your journey. Be curious, be brave, and be willing to ask the hard questions. Congratulations again, and good luck on your next adventure. Thank you.
So let's thank Professor Guido Imbens again for the wonderful speech. That's truly inspiring. So now, I'd like to invite Professor Fernando Price to announce the first set of awards for outstanding graduate student instructors. Please.
Hi, everyone. Today, we will be announcing the Outstanding Graduate Student Instructor Awards. These awards give campus-wide recognition to excellence in teaching by our graduate student instructors. The award is based on the overall effectiveness as an instructor, as evidenced by student evaluations and by faculty recommendations. We have a couple of recipients here with us this afternoon, and we invite them to come to the stage to receive their award. This year's recipients are Tiffany Deng, Mriganka Basu Roy Chaudhuri, And we would also like to recognize other recipients of the Outstanding GSI Award who could not be here today. Adam Jaff, Lauren Murai, Anthony Ozorov, and Annie Ulickney. Please join me in congratulating them. And now our next awards will be announced by Professor Pong Ding, chair of our PhD committee. Pong?
Evelyn Fixed Prize. Established in 1968, this prize consists of a medal and a citation. It's awarded to the PhD student on the Berkeley campus, showing the greatest promise in statistical research with preference for applications to biology and problems of health. Abinit Agwao is honored with this award for his exceptional and versatile contributions to scalable and interpretable machine learning and AI, such as SPECs to PCS uncertainty quantification, and to impactful tree-based methods such as FIX and MDI+, in close collaboration with ED clinicians. Eric L. Lehman Citation. Established in 1999, the Eric L. Lehman Prize is awarded to an outstanding PhD dissertation in theoretical statistics, interpreted broadly. Saptarsh Chakraborty is honored with this award for his outstanding contributions to the theory of deep learning, in particular the analysis of generative models and prediction methods based on deep neural networks. Congratulations to our PhD award recipients. Now we will begin the holding and the presentation of scrolls for students earning a Doctor of Philosophy. These are the candidates for the PhD in statistics. They will be held by their advisors, and each graduate may say a few words if they choose. The first candidate is Abinit Agwao. His thesis title is Interpretable Machine Learning and Trustworthy Uncertainty Quantification, advised by Professor Bing Yu.
Thank you, everyone. I wanted to thank Bin for being an amazing advisor. I couldn't have imagined a better one when I started. I wanted to thank my family, my parents, my brother Anish, Chloe, and all my friends for supporting me during this journey. Thank you.
Alexander Asimota, Metrics and Evaluation Tools for Socially Positive Systems, advised by Professor Giles Hooker and Professor Philip Stark. Saptarsh Chakraborty.
I wanted to quickly thank my advisor, Giles Hooker, for being an amazing research mentor, as well as my dissertation committee, Avi Feller, Philip Stark, and Amanda Costin. I want to thank my family and friends for always being there for me, especially my sister Olivia, who put up with me for 2 years. And I wanted to thank my partner, Mark, who unfortunately passed away a few weeks ago. He was my biggest cheerleader, and if he was still here, he would be sitting right in the front with a big fat smile on his face. So thank you, and congrats to all the other graduates.
Saptarsh Chakraborty on the statistical properties of deep learners for intrinsically low-dimensional data, advised by Professor Peter Bartlett.
I'd like to thank my advisor, Professor Peter Bartlett, for his constant guidance and support throughout this journey, and my committee members, Nikita, Song, and Aditya, for their valuable feedback, and my friends and family for their love and support throughout this journey. Thanks.
Omar Roland, understanding and improving stability for biomedical machine learning algorithms, advised by Professor Bing Yu.
I would like to thank my advisor, Professor Bignot, for her support throughout the last 5 years. I would like to thank my committee, Hayan and Yun, and I would like to thank my family, my mom and my dad and my girlfriend. Thank you very much.
Jordan Lekufak Sopsi, safe sequential decision-making in adversarial environments, advised by Professor Michael Jordan.
Yeah, so I would like to start by thanking Michael Jordan for being the GOAT on and off the floor. I would like to thank all my friends, in particular Jacques Olivier, my roommate, who has been awesome support. My parents who traveled from very far to come to see me, and my family. Could have done it without you. Thank you very much. I forgot my girlfriend, who I love very much. Thanks for her support.
Hong Wu, bridging AI and clinical practice, deep learning applications for advanced diagnosis in breast, pancreatic, and viral diseases, advised by Professors Haiyan Huang, Zaid Obermeyer, and Ian Carmichael.
I would like, this PhD has been a journey of lifetime and filled with lessons and growth as well as challenges, but also a lot of support. And I'm deeply grateful to my advisor, Dr. Haiyan Huang, who has been really supportive throughout my journey, as well as my advisor, Ziad Obermeyer, and Dr. Ian Carmichael, who is not only my advisor, but also my mentor, and to the Berkeley statistics staff members who always be there when I need help, and to my family and friends who had taken time and traveled far to celebrate with me today. Above all, my biggest thanks go to my parents for their unwavering love and support throughout this journey. Cảm ơn ba, cảm ơn mẹ đã yêu thương con và giúp đỡ con.
We now present the candidates for the PhD in biostatistics. Each will be hooded by their advisor, and the graduates may offer brief remarks if they wish. So now it's Kevin, Kier, Jack, Banek. The dissertation title is Unified Analysis of Two-Stage Experiments from the Design-Based Perspective, advised by Professor Peng Ding, Sam Pimentel, and Jingshen Wang.
So I would like to thank Pomp for being the best advisor I could hope for his patience and help throughout these years. I would also like to thank my family, my friends, and my girlfriend for their constant support, and go Bears. Thank you.
Junming Serafina Shi. The thesis title is Advanced Biostatistical Machine Learning for Complex Biomedical Data, Causal Dose Response Curve Estimation, ICU EHR Bias and Missing Data Evaluation, and Cancer Drug by Clustering and Response Prediction, advised by Professors Haiyan Hua and Alan Hubbard.
It has been a joyful and fulfilling journey, and because of all the love and supports around me, and I'm super, super grateful and honored to be Haiyan's student. So huge thank you to my incredible mentors, Haiyan and Alan, and thank you to my loving husband, Jiaxing, and my amazing parents over there. 谢谢你们，我爱你们. And I also want to say thank you to all my peers and staff in statistics and biostatistics. Thank you all, and go Bears!
Next student, Lei Shi. The dissertation title is Design-Based Causal Inference for Randomized Experiments, a unified framework for diverging number of treatment arms and varying sample size, advised by Professors Peng Ding and Jingshen Wang.
I want to take a few seconds to thank my wonderful advisor, Peng Ding, for offering me all the support and help during my PhD journey and making me a good researcher and a good thinker. And also I want to thank my parents who cannot be here today, but they always help and support me during the whole journey. And I thank all the professors who teach me here and my peers who sitting back behind me, and also my girlfriend, and thank you, Berkeley. Thank you, everyone.
Next, Yunzhe Zhou. The dissertation title is Robust Inference and Interpretability in Complex Statistical Models, from Model Distillation to Targeted Learning, advised by Professor Giles Hooker.
Oh, I'm so excited. I want to first thank my amazing advisor, Professor Giles Hooker. He is not only my great mentor, but my best friend, and also the model of my whole life. And I also want to thank my girlfriend, Hao, for coming here, and also my parents, Yin and Tao, for traveling very long distance to here.
And also thanks my two cute cats, Jiafan and Hui Hui, and all my amazing co-hosts and all my great friends. Thank you all. And go Bells!
Congratulations to all of our doctoral students. Now I'd like to invite our master's program coordinator, David Aplado Jr., to announce the MA awards.
Good afternoon again. MA graduates, I am honored to be up here as your graduate advisor, and I'm thrilled to announce the recipients of the MA Awards. Where are my MA graduates at? Let me hear you. All right. This year, we're proud to present the first ever MA Statistics Community Leadership Award, an honor created to recognize a student who has gone above and beyond to make the program feel more connected, welcoming, and supportive. I remember asking this year's recipient why he's always seemed to be in the MA Lounge. He told me it was a great place for him to continue developing his English skills. And while that's a great reason on its own, what's even more impressive is how much he's done for others just by being there. His classmates described him as super approachable, very supportive, and really proactive and ready to help. One said he's always hanging out in the MA Lounge and really helps make it feel like a welcoming, friendly space. Another shared, sometimes he even brings snacks or flowers to share, which has even made the space feel more inviting and supportive. And someone else summed it up simply by saying, he's the best parent for us MA students. And he is a parent, in real life, of two little ones. The fact that he's managed to care for his cohort with the same kindness and consistency he brings to his own family says everything about the kind of person he is. Please join me in congratulating this year's Community Leadership Award recipient, Junya Tuneshi. The department citation in statistics, or in the Statistics Master's Program, is awarded in recognition of exceptional achievement in both theory and application of statistics, as well as outstanding performance, overall performance throughout the program. This is the highest academic honor we award at the master's level, and it reflects not only technical excellence, but also dedication, perseverance, and deep engagement with the field of statistics. This year's recipient comes to us with a strong foundation from Stanford, and over the past year, he has built upon that foundation through his outstanding work here at Berkeley. His academic journey reflects not only excellence in the classroom, but also a sincere commitment to growth, curiosity, and contribution to the field. He has been invited to address his fellow classmates. Please join me in congratulating this year's department citation recipient, Osioma Jesus Damasi Philip Anyawu.
Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. In spite of my American accent, like most of you here, I'm actually not American. I've been trying to be American for like 14 years now. I've been here 14 years, and they won't give me the thing, the green card or whatever. Yeah, I bring this up because this actually has a lot to do with why I'm at Berkeley in the first place. My family and I moved here in 2011, so I did middle school here, I did high school here, and after graduating from college with a degree in computer science and a minor in math, I was allowed to stay in the country for 3 more years on the condition that I work a full-time job in my area of study, which is a process that I'm sure many of my international classmates can relate to. As my final year of employment came to a close, It seemed like my time in America was finally coming to an end. And the truth is, I was actually very excited about that. I was excited to leave because I had grown frustrated, I would say, by the lack of permanence for me in this country. But the thing that excited me the most about leaving was that it would finally give me the time and the freedom to think about what I wanted to do with my life. And so as I prepared my mind for what I hoped would be a year of soul-searching and exploration in Nigeria, my parents began to raise some very strong objections to my leaving. Ozioma, your whole life is in America, they said. Your family is here. Your friends are here. Just be patient. Just be patient. You'll get your green card. Don't worry. Don't worry. After about a week of back and forth with them, they convinced me to apply to grad school as a way to stay in the country. A quick Google search for schools that didn't require GRE scores yielded UCLA and, of course, UC Berkeley. So I applied to both. I was admitted at both, and I decided on Berkeley because, well, come on. I must admit, at the start, I was quite bitter. The time that I had intended to use to think about my future and the kind of impact I wanted to have on the world was instead spent completing difficult problem sets, studying for exams, and learning an endless array of statistical acronyms. MLE, MOM, GLM, GLS, WLS, LLN, WLLN, SLLN, and most importantly, PCS. But 9 months later, I stand before you here to say that I'm proud and could not be more grateful to have had the opportunity to participate in this program. While I still have no idea what I want to do with my life, along the way I realized something far more important, and that's the kind of person that I'd like to be. And I'm grateful because I met people here, and classmates, faculty, the rest of the staff who have reminded me of who that is. So what kind of person do I want to be? For starters, I'd like to be the kind of person that has a green card soon. But joking aside, my classmates have exemplified many of the qualities that I continue to strive for. Many of them demonstrated remarkable discipline as I witnessed them. Thank you. I'm actually just going to hold it. This is much more free. As I was saying, my classmates have exemplified many of the qualities that I continue to strive for as a person. Many of them demonstrated remarkable discipline as I witnessed them study in the master's lounge from morning till night. I witnessed many of them work full-time jobs to fund their education, and most impressively to me, learn the English language to enable them to study here at Berkeley. These same students demonstrated courage, not allowing their lack of mastery over the language to prevent them from asking questions in class or socializing with their classmates. I'm even proud to say I was able to expand on their vocabulary a little bit with useful phrases like aura, riz, cooked, cracked, lock in, crash out, W's in the chat, L's in the chat, what's up chat, is this for real? I look forward to hearing June use a couple of those in his day-to-day life. My classmates have also encouraged me not to take information at face value, but to test, challenge, and think critically about information I'm given. One classmate in particular had the habit of debating instructors several times per lecture, a habit that I admittedly found annoying at first, Ashley. but quickly grew to appreciate with time because it revealed several nuances that I had missed in the subject matter. So never change, Ashley. Most importantly, the people here have demonstrated humility and selflessness beyond compare on more than one occasion. I've witnessed faculty keep their doors open for questions well past their office hours, and I've seen group members graciously take on more work to accommodate for another group member's busy schedule, me being that other group member. And all of these things they did without ever asking for anything in return. People often make a big deal about how smart or talented or ambitious the people at Berkeley are. And all that is true, but to me, these are not inherently good qualities. There are few things worse than intelligence and ambition in the hands of a selfish person. So, to my classmates, there's no doubt in my mind that you will all go on to do great things. And I just pray that you'll continue to be the honorable, gracious, and selfless people that I've had the great pleasure of knowing this year. Congratulations.
Thank you. I'm Aditya Guntuboina, co-chair of the master's program. I have the honor of presenting to you the candidates for the Masters of Arts degree in statistics. Professor Haiyan Huang will be presenting them with their scrolls. So these are our candidates for the Master of Arts in statistics. Ozi Anyanwu.
All glory and honor to the Most High God, who has forgiven me time and time again. I would like to thank my parents for being here as well. To my brother and my sister-in-law that couldn't make it, I'm sure you're watching. Look forward to seeing you soon. And I'd also like to thank my barber, for Isaac, for keeping me right the whole semester. Thank you.
Celeste Okechukwu.
I'd like to thank everyone who's been a part of my journey, my family watching back home, my friends seated here and those also online, my course mates, the department, my fiance, David, Tanisha, my classmates. I think I said that already. But everyone who's been a part of my journey, thank you for loving, for supporting me, and for pouring into me. Go Bears.
Wensho Lee. Shi Chung. Xiutong Zan. Song Sheng. Kathy Lee.
I would like to thank to all my family for always being supportive and loving me, and especially to my mom, who is always by my side and to tell me to be the person I really want to be. 谢谢妈妈. And also thank to all my friends and also my two cats, Nayo and Fufu. Thank you, go Bears.
Wan Gao. Rawi Baransi. Nicholas Sapunsis. Taiki Kubo.
It was a great pleasure to study here. Thank you for Professor taught me, JSI taught me, and the company who financially support me, and my family, and my girlfriend, everyone. Thank you.
Shana Kim.
Thank you, my parents who couldn't be here, who are in Korea, but for all the support, and my dog Wilson, and also my very loving classmates who I will miss very much. And last but not least, thank you, Taiki.
Tristan Ertz. Peidong Zhang.
I would like to thank all the faculties for their guidance, and all my friends. We shared a good time, and my parents, my families who have been there. And even though it is a graduation ceremony, it is not the end. I think it's a start for me, and I will be always the part of the Berkeley statistic community, and I will always proud about that. Thank you.
Cao Chin Wei Gong. Eugene Zhou. Zihao Wang.
I would like to say it's a great pleasure to studying here, and I would like to thank my family who has been here for a long way from China, and also my grandparents are here, and also I would like to thank all the staff here and all the peers behind me. Thank you for being here. Yeah, thanks.
Chi Chung Zhu.
I want to say that thank you, everyone. And I really loved Berkeley. And 1 year ago, I haven't expect that I will graduate from here. Go Bears! Thank you.
Ashley Jang.
Okay, thanks to everyone in the statistics department and especially to the professors that debated with me. I really learned a lot from this process. Thank you all. Thank you.
Junior Tsuneshi.
Thank you for classmates and staff, David, and professors. I stayed at MA Lounge because I live alone, but I have a lot of roommates here, and my English is much better like this. Thank you very much.
Raven Liu.
I want to thank you for my parents, my family, and all my friends here. I want to thank you all for my community and amazing advisor we have here and all the professors. Thank you, guys.
Sichi Chiang. Kyla Liang. Min Huang Le. Jingjia Wang.
I want to thank everyone from statistics department, and I want to thank my family, my parents, and my mentor Esther, and my boyfriend Jin, and all the peers behind me. Thank you.
Yu Yang Wu.
I want to thank my mom who traveled a long way to see me here. I want to thank all the professors, my mentors, and all my classmates here. Thank you all. Thank you.
Xinqi Qian.
I want to thank my parents, although they can't be here today, but throughout the past years, they have been consistently supporting me. The past year, I have been struggling for an intern job, and with their support, I finally made it. So thank them so much.
Anant Panach Mashiana.
Real quick, I want to say a great big thank you to all my friends and family for all the support over the years. Couldn't have done any of this without you guys, especially everyone here, Mom, Dad, Tayaji, Nanaji, Shindimasi, Noor, and everybody watching on YouTube. So, Bopotan Waz Haryanu, thank you so much, and shout out to all my classmates.
Kishore Chidambaram.
I want to thank my friends and family, to my parents, Amma and Appa, and to my sister, Anu. Thank you for being here and always supporting me from across the country. And to all my relatives who are watching, thank you for always supporting me and cheering me on no matter where you are in the world. Thank you.
Calvin Carter.
Hello. I'd just want to quickly thank my mom for believing in me. I really couldn't do anything without her.
Kankan Jin. Matthew Sagan.
I want to thank my family and my girlfriend Maggie for always being there, my little sister Kaylani for always brightening up my day, and all of the amazing faculty and staff we have here.
Martin Leander Tanseco.
Mama, Papa, salamat sa lahat ng ginagawa niyo po, ha. To my family who's come from near and far, I appreciate you being here. To my wonderful partner, Dea, thank you for always having my back. And thanks for all my friends for being my sanity checks. Oh, and thanks, David.
Yuki Asahara.
Hi, I want to thank my family, especially my two little kitties who have kept me sane throughout the semester. Oh, and big thanks to David for making this experience very enjoyable and smooth.
Jaeon Lee.
Hi, I want to thank my family, friends, and the best program advisor, David. I had a lot of joy here. Thank you.
Luna Kim.
I want to thanks to my peers and faculties and David, Darren, and Amma Appa 사랑해. I made it.
Harshita Dwaracharla.
I would like to thank my parents and my brother for being my constant supports and helping me and always trusting me with whatever I do. And also thank my classmates and David. Go Bears.
Jasmine Kamuani.
Hi all, I would love to thank my husband who has been my biggest supporter, Mahavir, and he's recording me right now. And I would like to thank you, my family and my siblings who are supporting me from Pakistan. And I would love to thank you, Stats Department, David, Lashana, Tanisha, for making this experience really enjoyable and giving me a chance to serve as a graduate student instructor as well, which is one thing I really love about the program. Thank you.
Congratulations to all our MA graduates. Next, I would like to introduce Professor Will Fethian to announce the BA awards.
The department citation is given in recognition of distinguished undergraduate achievement in statistics. This year's recipient had consistently outstanding performance in coursework, which included 5 graduate level courses, which he got mostly A+ in. A professor from one of those courses notes the recipient was undoubtedly one of the few best undergraduate students I have ever met, brought unexpected solutions to complex graduate level problems, and was the clear leader in my class. It was a real pleasure to work with them. The 2024-25 recipient of the department citation is Jianje Wang.
Hello. Oh, sorry. Hi, everyone. I am honored to be giving this speech now. Thank you for taking the time to listen to me, even though this occasion belongs to everyone who is graduating here. First, I want to thank my family for being my constant support, though they couldn't be here today because the flight from Singapore to Berkeley is just too long. To my friends, mentors, advisors, and professors, thank you for inspiring me over the past 4 years. To my fellow graduates, congratulations, you have made it. Woo. Today is a celebration of your hard work, your curiosity, and your perseverance. Let's be honest, Berkeley is hard. From coursework to life in general, the variance of a day in Berkeley is just way too high. But that's precisely what makes this place magical and allows a person to take on so many possible trajectories. Personally, I began my statistics journey only after a friend had recommended me to try a few statistics classes. From then on, I was hooked. What made the journey even better was a community. I remember being mentored by the GSIs who patiently dedicated their time to help us. I remember the statistics socials organized by our advisors, Dennis and Natalie, that made our chaotic semesters feel lighter. I also remember the professors who encouraged us and sometimes believed in us more than we believed in ourselves. Even today, I think there is nowhere else where I would have the same trajectory of experiences and receive the same amount of overwhelming support. Now I will say a few words about statistics. So we've all spent our time at Evans, wrestling with problem sets and debugging mysterious R codes. But at the end of the day, beyond the mathematics and the models, statistics is a way of looking at the world. And even when the difficult mathematics is done, the interpretation still requires thought, care, and a bit of soul. On one hand, we are leaving Berkeley with a sense of appreciation for the immense power that we have been imbued with. Yes, we can build better models, hooray! But we can also build a better world. With every prediction, we have the opportunity to think about fairness, transparency, justice, and human happiness, and influence decisions across so many disciplines. On the other hand, I hope we also recognize some of its flaws, and therefore augment our statistics thinking with a deeper sense of humanity. Sometimes, being a good statistician is about engaging with the people and the experiences, especially those that our models tend to overlook. It's about giving less weight to our standard cost-benefit analysis in favor of empathy, exploration, and excitement. And it's about daring to be different, to chase our ambitions, and to do something extraordinary, even when the data normally tells us otherwise. So let's carry on the Berkeley tradition, not just of excellence, but also of curiosity, courage, and care. Congratulations again to everyone, and let's make Berkeley proud together. Go Bears!
Thank you, Ginger. I am Shobhana Stoyanov. I'm a continuing lecturer in this department, and I probably know quite a few of the undergrads who are graduating today. Maybe I taught them, and since I teach one of the last intro classes, many of them were my tutors or readers. But now, I have the honor to present to you the candidates for the Bachelor of Arts degree in Statistics. The scrolls will be presented by undergraduate program chair, Professor Will Fithian. These are the candidates for the Bachelor of Arts in Statistics. Jianzhu Wang. Peter Shen.
I'd like to take a quick moment to thank my parents for their unconditional support through all this, and my father-in-law for being here. I'd like to thank my kids for giving me the motivation to succeed. And I'd like to thank my wife for the unwavering belief and love that she's given me. Go Bears.
Victor Shi.
I'd like to thank my family and friends, those who are here and those who are not. This has been an amazing 4 years. One of the best things being beating Stanford 4 times in a row. Sorry, Professor Imbens. But seriously, I couldn't think of any better people to do it with, and I'm excited for what the future holds. Go Bears!
Anish Dure.
I want to thank Natalie and Denise for being such amazing advisors. I want to thank all the professors, Professor Fithian, Professor Pimentel, Professor Steinhardt, and especially Professor Strang for his dedication to mentorship and teaching. And I also want to thank my parents. Thank you.
Conan Smallwood.
I want to thank my family, friends, and everyone who made it a great 4 years. Thank you.
Jake Durr.
I'd like to thank my mom, dad, Ian, Taryn, Rohan, Julian, and Shreyas for coming to support me here today. And I'd like to congratulate all my fellow graduates. Boom.
Christophoros Kosasi.
Just want to thank God, my family, my dad, my mom, and my sisters for always being there for me. Thank you, and go Bears.
Cherise Liu.
Thank you to my family, friends, the Stat 20 and the Data 102 teaching teams, and to Evan's 10th floor, most beautiful place on campus. Thank you.
Hannah Aguilar.
I would like to thank my amazing friends, family, my research mentors, Dr. Peter Sudmont, Dr. Sandhya Subramanian, and Dr. Isabel Serrano, my research funding, UC Leeds, and NSF camp. And I would like to thank the flow cytometry facility as well as everyone here. Thank you all very much.
Yilin Yang.
I'm glad to be a part of UC Berkeley, and thanks for my parents and friends. Thank you.
Jia Fang.
I want to thank my family, my friends, and our wonderful faculty members in the department for being with me through the whole journey. Thank you for everything. 谢谢大家.
Samuel Robert Campagna.
I want to say thanks to my friends and family who have given me all the love and support throughout my 4 years here and really for my whole life. And thank you for my family who's been here to celebrate with me this week. Thanks, and I love you.
Andrew Cho.
Hello. I'd like to thank my friends and family, and thank you to my girlfriend, and 사랑합니다, 엄마, 아빠.
Daniel Saeed.
Just want to say a quick thank you to my parents and my brother for coming out here. Love y'all. Thank you.
Lucky Lee.
Thank you, Natalie and Denise, for being wonderful advisors. Cheers, Mom and Dad, and shout out to you, Gracie.
Min John.
I want to thank my family, my parents, and thank you, Berkeley. Go Bears.
Jennifer Pineda.
I want to say thank you to my mom and my dad, my older sister and my older brother, and all the friends that I made along the way. Thank you so much. Go Bears.
Giselle DeWitt.
Hi, I'd like to thank my family, my friends, and loved ones. I definitely couldn't have imagined doing a double major in statistics 4 years ago, and I couldn't have done it without such a supportive community. Thank you.
Rohit Jha.
I'd like to thank my mom, my dad, and my brother Rachit for coming all the way from Connecticut to support me today, and also to thank all my friends that I made at Berkeley the last 4 years. I could not have made it through the school without you guys, so thank you for everything.
Hamza Kundi.
Thank you, my family. Thank God. Thank my friends and the statistics advising. Yep, go Bears.
Shrestha Keta.
Hi, everyone. I would like to thank my parents, my mom and dad, and my brother who flew from Texas to be here with me today. I also really appreciate everyone on the live stream right now, my family in India, and my best friends at home. So thank you for all the support through the years.
Selena Zhao.
I'd like to thank my family and friends for their unwavering love and support, and also thank this institution for giving me some of the best years of my life. Go Bears!
Daisy Wong.
Hi, I want to first thank Professor Elizabeth Perdom, who gave me so much opportunities in the statistics department. And then obviously I'd like to thank my friends and family who are here to support me and have supported me throughout my years at Cal and in life. Go Bears!
Ajay Sharma.
Hi, I would like to thank my parents, my grandparents, my closest friends, and the faculty at the Stats Department, and Go Bears.
Anish Kajaria.
Hello, everyone. I would like to thank my mom, dad, and my uncle for their unwavering support throughout my academic journey. Without them, this truly wouldn't have been possible. Thank you.
Charming Jiming Zhang.
Hello, everyone. I'd like to say thank you to my family and friends, although they cannot be here in person today, but I'm sure they're watching the live stream on YouTube right now. Thank you so much for your support. Go Bears!
Charlie Wong.
I'd like to thank all my professors and mentors, especially you, Son. Thanks for always believing in me. And thank you to my family and friends, especially to my mom, for always being my biggest cheerleader. I love you all.
Selena Mack.
Thank you to my dad, Renee, and Dulish for coming to celebrate with me today. And thank you, Berkeley, for giving me this wonderful opportunity. Go Bears!
Sissy Chai.
Thank you for my loved ones for coming today. I love you guys. Happy graduation, class of 2025. Go Bears!
Rachel Shu.
I'd like to thank you, my parents, my husband, my friend, especially my children. Thank you for their love and patience. To the faculty and amazing advising team, thank you for your support. To anyone wondering, it's never too late to start. I can do it, you can too. Go Bear!
Jennifer Brown.
Thank
Thank you to my family, friends, and the entire statistics department. I just want to give a special shout out to Professor Sanchez for the profound impact he's had. Thank you.
Helen Tsui.
I just want to thank my parents and friends who offer me unconditional support and wish all my classmates the best. Go Bears.
Jia Lee.
Thanks to my parents being here and also my grandparents who are not able to be here but always support me. Congratulations to all of us.
Elaine Liang.
Thank you for everyone supporting this journey along this way. I love you all. Go Bears!
Jinri Lee.
Thank you, Berkeley, for the amazing 4 years. And thank you, my parents, my friends, and my boyfriend. Allow me one moment to feel it to talk. 我是加州伯克利毕业生，我同意拍抖音，谢谢 ，Thank you。
Ethan Nguyen.
I just want to say thank you to all the friends and family who have been there with me for the past 4 years. I want to give a special thanks to my mom and dad and my brother who have supported me every step of the way. Special thanks to the Stat 20 lead instructor, Shobana Stoyanov and Andrew Bray. And last but not least, my girlfriend Ilse. Love you. Go Bears!
Junya Zhu.
I want to thank all my friends who had gone through all the challenges with me. I also want to thank my parents and my family. We had a big group today, total of 14 people. 感谢爸爸妈妈，感谢家人们，爱你们。
Dudu Tong.
Hi, I want to take this moment to to briefly thank my friends both on the stage and in the audience. You know who you are. Thanks for everything, and also I'm so grateful to my parents. 谢谢我的爸爸妈妈一如既往的支持和鼓励，然后希望我一直是你们的骄傲。Thank you.
Tagore Zhao.
Thanks for Dr. Shabana and Dr. Will for standing here so long. And thanks to my family and friends and everyone from Berkeley for supporting me. Thank you so much. Go Bears.
Cheng Yu Shao.
我想谢谢我的父亲母亲对我的帮助，谢谢大家。另外祝大家毕业快乐 ，Happy graduation. Thank you.
Yishin Fang.
big thanks to my family, parents, friends, and girlfriends, and of course my grandparents cannot be here today. Thank you for all your support. And thank you to Stats Department for providing us an indoor ceremony in this afternoon. Thank you so much. 谢谢大家参加。Go Bears!
Ming Xuan Yang.
I would like to thank all my family and all my friends who are here supporting me, especially my parents. 谢谢我的爸爸妈妈. Thank you all guys and go Bears!
Yu Dan Kang.
I want to say thank you to all my family members, my friends, especially Cici, and also like all amazing professors, faculties here at Berkeley to help me along all this journey. And finally, I want to say, 爸爸妈妈，我爱你们。
Yo Yo Shu.
Hi, I hope Professor Benson can return and teach the stochastic process here. I hope Lecturer Adam can improve his handwriting. I hope the department can consider controlling the enrollment of exchange students to upper division courses. And I hope best for this department. Thank you.
Nataraj Annamale Vairavan.
I just want to thank my family and friends and also my mentors. I'm extremely grateful to go here. Thank you so much and go Bears.
Aniket Rahane.
I'd like to thank my mom, my dad, my brother, and my brother's girlfriend for being here today. Thank you so much, and go Bears.
Stephanie Quiroz.
Hi everyone. I want to thank my parents who have been the biggest supporters of my education, and to my sister, thank you, you're my best friend and you're my biggest mentor. Yeah, go Bears.
Kara Dong.
I just want to thank you, my parents. Without you, I cannot be here. And thank you, my mentors, my friends, ChatGPT. Without you, I cannot finish my grades. And 谢谢我爸爸妈妈. Go Bears!
Jennifer Gu.
I want to say thank you to my parents. Thank you, Dad, for being here, and thank you, my mom and my little brother. And I want to thank all of my friends who's been supporting me, and especially a big thank you to the amazing stats department who has been always been there for me. And you all have made my journey here incredible. And I want to say congratulations to all of you. You've made it.
Wendy Shupang.
Hi there. I just want to say, okay, I'm not gonna lie. Being a stats major is really, really hard. But I just want to thank my mom, my dad, my friends, the entire stats department, and of course my fellow stats peers for supporting me and encouraging me on my journey. Because I think without them, I would not be where I am today. Thank you. 谢谢大家.
Samin Hussaini.
I just want to say thank you to my family, my parents, my brother, my sister, and to my friends, and thank you to the Berkeley Statistics faculty and staff. Thank you.
Asma Aziz.
I just want to thank my mom, my brother, and my best friends for coming. I couldn't have done it without your guys' endless support. Thank you.
Cameron Ramelmea.
Thank you so much to my family for supporting me through this journey, especially my mom, who is so dedicated and has always been there for me. It's such an incredible opportunity to study and graduate from UC Berkeley. Thank you, and go Bears.
Taejun Lee.
I want to thank all my professors, including my favorite one right here, Professor Fithian. 그리고 부모님 사랑합니다.
Filbert Christian Serena.
I want to thank Dr. Herman Serena, my father, for his countless late nights. To his left, I want to thank Dr. Maya Surajaya, my mother, for her boundless love and affection. To her left, my beloved sibling, Dr. Pierre Christian, my biggest inspiration. And sadly, because he could not be here today because he passed away, Joshua Surajaya, my grandfather, for always believing in me. Thank you so much. I love you all.
Joshua Kai.
I just want to thank my dad, my mom, and my sister, and all the friends I made along the way in statistics. Thank you.
Matthew Liu.
I'd like to thank my mom, my dad, and my brothers, and my girlfriend, and all my friends for all their love and support. And I'd also like to thank Denise and Natalie for being amazing advisors.
Jingguan Chen.
谢谢爸爸妈妈的努力和牺牲，来带来我的美好的生活和经验。Shout out to my friends graduating with me, Nikita, Cameron, Michael. Thank you to the professors, Professor Fithian, Professor Goldberg, Professor Evans. Shout out Denise, and Natalie, and Evans Hall. Love you all.
Nikita Jayaprakash.
God, Mommy, Papa, thank you. I love you. And Dodi, look, I did it.
Ethan Chow Tien Chen.
Let's go, Ethan!
Thank you to my parents, mom and dad, for your endless support. You're always there to listen, and not just that, you reminded me how to face things on my own and how to grow by myself. And thank you to my brother, Oli, who couldn't make it today. You're always my biggest cheerleader. To my friends, my close friends, Enya and Joshu, who are here today, thank you for always being there for me. To my many friends, for all the laughter we had, I'm so grateful. And finally, thank you to my girlfriend, Sunny. You filled my life with so much warmth and always a constant light through it all. Thank you. Go Bears.
Dingda Yang. Lee Hen Lai.
I want to thank my parents and my girlfriend for supporting me. I also want to thank all the wonderful friends and study partners that I met over the past 4 years, especially Ethan Tin. You're the best. Thank you.
Arwa Karim.
I want to start off with saying thank you, Professor Fithian, and thank you, Natalie and Denise, for getting me through this degree. And I want to say thank you to my mom and dad, and my sisters who are here today. And I want to say thank you to all my friends for always showing up for me. I love you all. Habik mama.
Labin Joe.
First, I want to be super grateful to my family who is able to show up today. My dad, my mom, auntie, grandma, and also my girlfriend. And also my cousin Levi, is watching the live stream. Thank you guys so much for your support. Couldn't have done this without you guys. Thank you so much.
Fei Yue Shen. Swen.
Okay, I'd like to say thank to my parents and my friends and my professors. And I'm very proud to have studied at Berkeley. And I think, I believe this moment is not the end of journey. It's about the beginning of our future. Go Bears. Thank you.
Lisa Zhao.
I want to thank my parents, my brother, my aunt, and my uncle for coming. It really means the world to me to have you guys here today. And to my mom and dad, I'm forever grateful for all of your support these past 4 years. I love you guys, and go Bears.
Zilin Zhang.
Big thanks to my mom and dad for always having my back, and my twin sister for being my best friend, and also to my little parrot, Ivy, even though he couldn't be there. I mean, he couldn't sneak in, but I love you all. Go Bears. 我爱你们，谢谢。
Zheng Yu Ma.
I'd like to thank all the support from my parents, my family, and my friends and my boyfriend. And I'd like to say 谢谢爸爸妈妈一直以来对我的支持，还有特特，我爱你们，Go Bears!
Kelly Zhang.
I want to thank my parents first, and thank you all the friends who come to see me today. They came from UCLA, UC Santa Barbara, Stanford, USC. So thank you, Dolly. Thank you, Amy. Thank you, Govi. Thank you, Kitty. Thank you, Sharon. Thank you, Cisco. And also my boyfriend, Addison. Thank you. I love you all. Thank you.
Ashlyn O'Riordan.
I'd like to say thank you to my parents, my brother Keelan, all my grandparents here today, Leslie, Esther, Nora, and my grandparents that couldn't be here, Harvey and Denny. Also, shout out to my boyfriend Nishal and my best friend Sasha. I love you all. Thank you so much, and go Bears.
Kayleen Fiscal.
Gracias, Gerardo y Evelia. Lo hicimos. We did it. Woohoo!
Mika Lee. Yuanjun Lee.
Thank you, Mom and Dad, and my brother and my friends. 谢谢 Mommy Daddy 爱你们。
Ali Sinley Huang.
I would like to thank all the professors, my friends, Jeremy and Yuan, my boyfriend, most importantly, my parents, Ms. Zhang Hua and Mr. Huang Bing. I wouldn't be who I am today without you guys. Love you and go Bears.
Nancy Ma.
I'd like to thank my family, friends, my cat, and thank you everyone here at Berkeley who supported me through this journey. And I want to say to my mom who's trying to start a completely new career that just do it. I believe in you just like you believe in me. 妈妈，你永远是我的偶像，谢谢妈妈，我爱你。
Claire Kaoru Shimazaki.
I'd like to thank my friends, family, and my dog for all of your love and support. The transition from the University of Hawaii to Berkeley was not easy at all, and I could not have done this without you. Go Bears.
Time goes fast, so now it's time for me to give the closing remarks. Thank you everyone for joining us to celebrate the accomplishments of our graduates. I would like to acknowledge our amazing staff and volunteers who helped make this event possible. Thank you. I would like to extend my appreciation again to our amazing guest speaker, Nobel Prize winner, Professor Guido Imbers, for being here with us today. But before we conclude, I have one final bit of instruction for the graduates. Graduates, please stand. Now move your tassel from right to left. I now present to you the class of 2025. Congratulations.